grow up as a nomadic boy, where life was so easy. Why do I mention? Because if you listen to the news lately, you think the sky is falling, right? When I grew up as a nomadic boy, life was so easy because we didn't have any news. You go up, you get up in the morning, you don't even know where your bread is going to come from that day, or milk, but you're so happy. But lately, when the crisis of COVID-19 started, as a small business owner, all the news were telling me that, the sky's going to fall. But I look at everywhere. I have a roof over my head. Life is going on. I have electricity, water, and food on the table. So I woke up every single morning during those times in March and through May, thanking God every single day that I'm an American citizen. By the way, I am also an American voter. Imagine how lucky that I came as a young boy and grew up most of my life in America, in New York and Minnesota. Imagine that boy who grew up in nomadic society would one day welcome the Vice President of the United States of America to Minnesota. And the speaker before me said Minnesota, but I say Minnesota sometimes because of my accent. So we have different folks in Minnesota. I did welcome the Vice President when he came to Minnesota. I felt that this is my state, and when I welcome him, and Ed, and all those of you who are not from Minnesota, please welcome to our state. But let me tell you, why did I join the conservative movement? For a few years, or over a decade. One of the things I believe in is that those who are forming or work hard are the backbone of our country. Imagine during the COVID-19, if we would have relied all our produces from foreign country, isn't that a national security issue? So it is time for us to understand that even if we disagree with the President of the United States 20% of the time, we would get someone we disagree with 80 to 90 to 100% of the time. Is there a choice here? Is there even a choice that you would entertain? You may disagree with 10%, but that's fine. But here you have got 90% of the time you disagree with. So one thing that would happen is these individuals that are fighting would always produce handouts and not handout. So if we create a society that only relies on handouts, what's going to happen is it's a national security crisis. But one thing, one of the speakers ahead of me mentioned it, the Second Amendment. But let me tell you one thing I enjoy in America. It's the First Amendment. It's the First Amendment. I travel around the world as a Muslim. Sometimes I don't have the freedom of religion I have here in America, elsewhere, even in the Muslim countries. Imagine that. So the First Amendment is one of the things that always makes me feel proud American citizen. I have the right to practice religion, and everyone in America has a guaranteed right to practice their religion as they want. Last thing I want to mention, someone out on the street said that they care about the voiceless. So they're fighting to be a voice for the voiceless. But let me tell you, who is fighting for the voiceless unborn child in America? Tell me who is fighting. If they are actually fighting for the voiceless, the actual voiceless that we're fighting for are the unborn. So life starts from there. So let's fight for all voiceless lives, not that we choose some and ignore some. Thank you so much, and God bless America.